101, we're going to be talking about officials. Who's on the ice, making sure the game runs the way it's supposed to. In NHL hockey, there are 4 officials on the ice, 2 referees and 2 linesmen. You'll recognize these guys because they're wearing black and white striped shirts, they wear black pants, black skates, a black helmet, and the referees are the ones that wear the orange bands.
The referees are basically in charge of supervising the game. They're the boss, if you will. They determine whether or not a goal has been scored. They call all penalties, and they're responsible for communicating with the guys in what we call the war room, which is in Toronto.
Head office in Toronto.
Head office in Toronto. That's where they go when they're looking at video replay to determine whether or not a goal has in fact been scored.
For a goal to count, it has to cross the goal line 100%.
100%.
Then you've got your linesmen on the ice. They're in charge of calling things that happen on the center line and the blue line. Let's think offside and icing. That's what these guys are in charge of. And between the 4 of them, they're the ones that monitor the hockey games. Linesmen are also in charge of breaking up fights, also called fisticuffs and scrapping.
Ballyhoos.
And those are your officials. Today's hockey fun fact, we're going to be discussing brothers in hockey. It happens more often than you think, but we've managed to narrow it down to 4 brothers. Let's start off with, why not, the Gretzkys? You might think there's only Wayne, but there's actually 3. There's Wayne, Brent, and Keith. Wayne and Brent both had careers in the NHL. Wayne, we've discussed him, but Brent played for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Keith actually never did end up playing in the NHL, but he did scout for the Phoenix Coyotes in 2006. Interesting fun fact about the Gretzkys, they're the brothers with the highest amount of goals of any brothers ever. Wayne, during his career, scored 894 goals.
That's
Brent scored 1 goal with the Tampa Bay Lightning, making their grand total 895 goals.
That's a lot of goals. Let's talk about the Niedermeyers.
Yeah.
Rob and Scott Niedermeyer, the pride of Cranbrook, British Columbia, good old-fashioned hometown boys. Both of them signed 4-year contracts with the Anaheim Mighty Ducks, so they got to play together, and they actually won a Stanley Cup together in 2008. Now, Scott Niedermeyer was also the captain of the Canadian men's gold medal winning Olympic hockey team in 2010 right here in Vancouver, British Columbia.
And while we're talking about Vancouver, let's just talk about the Canucks. How about the Sedins?
How about the Sedins?
Henrik and Daniel. Henrik and Daniel were drafted by the Canucks in 1999. Now, Brian Burke, this is a good one. Brian Burke, who was the GM of the team at the time, he was amazing because Daniel was the first round 2nd draft pick. Henrik was the first round 3rd draft pick. Generally speaking, these draft picks would go to separate teams. Burke, though, was able to make some trades, negotiate, and sweet talk a few guys, and he was able to get both of them to play on the exact same team. So they were brought to the team in 1999. And let's just say Burke knew what he was doing, because let's look at what those Sedin brothers have done over their time. Henrik is now the captain, Daniel's an alternate, and they've both won the Art Ross Trophy for the most points scored in a season. Interesting fact about the Sedins before we move on. During their professional careers, they've only played on opposing teams once. The 2011 All-Star Game, when Henrik was drafted to Team Lindstrom and Daniel was drafted to Team Stahl.
Also, for the record, one of the few times in Brian Burke's career that he would be referred to as a sweet talker. Okay, if we're going to talk about hockey brothers, we have got to talk about the royal family of hockey, the Sutter brothers. Amazingly, 6 brothers, all from the farm in Viking, Alberta, all played in the NHL.
Yeah.
Brian, Daryl, Brent, Ronnie, Richie, and Dwayne all had NHL careers. Now, surprisingly, the most talented of all 7 brothers, Gary, elected for a life on the farm instead of playing in the NHL. However, the story goes that he actually won the lottery. He won a $10 million lottery with guys that he worked with. I guess when you're lucky, you're lucky.
When you're lucky, you're lucky. When you're hot, you're hot.
When you're hot, you're hot.
Between the 6 brothers that did end up playing in the NHL, they played over 5,000 games and won numerous Stanley Cups. And they did go on to work head coaches and GMs within the league. They did a lot of other things. There also is a 2nd generation Sutters working out there. Brent and Brandon, they both play for the Carolina Hurricane. And those are just a few of your brothers in hockey. Here with Corey Schneider. You came in for that 3rd period, phenomenal job.
I didn't do much, but thank you.
No, you did a great job. You did a great job. Fantastic. Tell me, how did it feel?
Yeah, we did all the work. All our forwards, we didn't really spend much time in our end, so I kind of just sat back.
They doubled their shots. It was fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. We really came hard in the third, but it wasn't quite enough. So, like I said, I didn't have to do a whole lot. It was just fun to watch the clinic, but unfortunately, we came up a little short.
That's okay. You guys still look phenomenal.
Yeah.
Good game. My heart was pounding at the end there. I saw you making that eye contact with AB, and it was great.
I thought we were gonna win there at the end, but not quite.
Well, you almost are. Next time.
Exactly.
All right, David. How did that feel tonight?
Thank you. Oh, well, not as good as it could have. Second period let us down there, but showed great resilience in the third and it's getting closer.
Absolutely. You guys more than doubled your shots there. That was phenomenal to watch.
Yeah, we got to play with that kind of intensity.
Absolutely. And how does it feel to still be the rookie on the team?
Well, I don't know.
The new Canuck.
The new Canuck.
The new Canuck. How about that?
Yeah, I don't like feeling like a rookie, but I don't even feel new anymore. The guys have been great to me, and I feel like part of the team already.
And you're out there with Kess and Higgins. You guys look like a pretty solid line.
Yeah, they're great race players and helps my game out a lot.
Absolutely. Cool. Well, thank you. Alrighty, I'm here with number 54, Aaron Volpatti. Thoughts and feelings on the game tonight?
I mean, it's pretty obvious we had a pretty good third period. This is kind of a little too late kind of thing, so we'll take a little momentum out of that period and put the first two behind us.
Absolutely, and you guys are going home tonight, so that's got to feel nice.
Yeah, we've been on the road for a while, so home for a week or so, and then hopefully get a couple wins there.
Okay, and just out of curiosity, BC boy playing for the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah.
What's that like? Did you cheer for the Canucks growing up?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty cool. It's a pretty surreal feeling, signing with them out of college and stuff. So
I was gonna say because you weren't drafted,
No.
you didn't go the traditional route.
oh yeah, I was a free agent, so it was kind of weird how it worked out, kind of ironic, but yeah, I'm thrilled obviously to be playing in my own province.
Absolutely, that's a lot of fun. Awesome. Anything else you'd like to say? Oh, one piece. Okay, my viewers, women, new to the game. What's one piece of advice you would give them, whether it's a rule on the game, a bit of history, something, when it comes to the game of hockey?
There's violence. And either if you view it good or bad, like some people that are new to it are kind of just like, why do you guys hit and why are there fights? So I guess my advice would be don't be overwhelmed.
Don't be overwhelmed by the physical aspect of the game. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Alrighty, I'm here with Christopher Higgins, number 20 of the Vancouver Canucks. Thoughts and feelings on the game tonight?
We wished had a little more time in the clock. I think we were taking a 2 in the third period, but we gave it away in the second. Obviously, more effort like we did in the third, we would have had better result.
You guys doubled your shots on, more than doubled your shots on goal in the third. That's amazing.
Yeah, we gotta have that mindset. We were down a couple goals. It's just put everything towards the net. We did that. We won't lose pucks, and we just need one more.
And you and Booth and Kessler playing on that American Express line was adapted in the press. How does that feel?
It's nice playing next to a couple Americans.
You guys kind of sort of go back.
We all know each other from before the team at some various points in the career, so enjoy playing with those guys. They're hell of hockey players.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay.
Christopher Higgins. This heart of the week. 3 words, ladies. Aginla, Aginla, Aginla. Need I say anything more? Before I start, I want to dedicate this heart of the week to actress Gina Holden, one of Hockey Talk with Courtney's biggest fans. Jerome Aginla, Team Canada, Calgary Flames captain, all-around superstar and one of the classiest players in the league. Aginla played his first game in the NHL in the 1996 playoffs. In the 01-02 season, he was awarded the Art Ross Trophy for most points scored in the season, and then in the 03-04 season, he became the captain of the Calgary Flames. My personal favorite Jerome Aginla moment is the now infamous Iggy heard around the world, when Sidney Crosby during the 2010 Vancouver Olympics yelled out Iggy, Jerome passed him the puck, and then Crosby was able to get the goal against Ryan Miller and win the gold medal for the Canadian men's hockey team. Aginla, you have not only won Gina Holden's heart, but you have won all of our hearts as well.
He's on the ice with Aginla. Aginla scores! Sidney Crosby, the golden goal! And Canada has once in a lifetime Olympic gold!
Corner, Crosby up with it there. Punched along to Jerome Aginla. Crosby scores! It's over! The gold medal to Canada!
Sur le plan dans le coin. Crosby derrière Iggy. Iggy avec Crosby.
Rush all the way.
Here's Iginla. It's all about Sidney Crosby. It's taken a while for him to come to the party. He can celebrate. Canada can celebrate. Sidney Crosby biding his time. No points last two games. It's the game-winning goal. It's the gold medal-winning goal.
Qui est là, juste sur la gauche. Zach Paris, il surveille, le lancer.
Le Canadien.
Sidney Crosby qui marque. Sidney Crosby qui marque. Je le savais.
Le Canada est champion.
Quel but.
Champion olympique, mesdames et
Quel but.
messieurs.
J'en ai les larmes aux yeux, messieurs. C'est extraordinaire.
Något riktigt bra tempo här nu, 4-4. Iginla.
Cross.
Ruggigt snabbt där gör det. Och kan ni tänka er, Sidney Crosby är det som avgör. The next one, Kallan.
Halski con Sutter, pero sigue la estrella canadiense, se la... ¡No, gol! ¡Gol! ¡Gol! ¡Sidney Crosby! Porque es el más seguido, porque es el más mediático, porque es el que aparece en el momento justo para marcar y convertir a Canadá en campeona olímpica.
C'è Iginla con lui, c'è anche l'arbitro in mezzo all'azione. Crosby! Sidney Crosby! Il Canada vince l'oro olimpico!
Där så är det Crosby. Crosby avgör för Kanada. Sidney Crosby har ikke hatt sin beste turnering, men når det gjelder så henter han gullet som bestilt for Kanada. Sidney Crosby, gullgutten.
Crosby, Iginla. Crosby. Un goal! Un goal de Crosby! Incroyable! Oh, l'action offensive des Canadiens, c'est incroyable! Et Crosby permet au Canada de remporter son 8e titre olympique!
Unglaublich lange Phase, ohne Unterbruch und da! Sidney Crosby schießt Kanada zu Gold!
두 명째 치고 들어갑니다. 크로스비. 이럴 때는 에이스가 뭔가 일을 낼 것처럼 보이는데요. 크로스비 슛! 피니셔 크로스비! 경기 끝납니다. 금메달 캐나다!
이야, 하키 신동이 해냅니다.
예, 크로스비 에이스의 슛! 마지막 위닝 샷입니다. 캐나다의 승리. 결국에는 캐나다가 연장에서 승리를 거두는군요. 금메달입니다.
Spielt eher gleich das gewinnbringende Tor. So ist es! Gretzky erzielt das 3:2 für Kanada. Der Gedanke war, erzielt er den Treffer, dann wird hier der Canada Hockey Place erbeben. Und Crosby sichert den Kanadiern den Olympiasieg. Ausgerechnet Sidney Crosby. Und jetzt liegen sie sich da am Zellerstab in den Armen oben auf der Ehrentribüne und die Spieler natürlich.
Het gaat niet met Suter en Rafalski daar. Iginla terug naar Crosby. En hij doet het toch.